top was short like leprechauns as I crushed so-called willies, thugs, and rapper dons. Ah! Yes. Alright. Let's get. We doing something. Y'all just don't fuck up the shit. I don't give a fuck.
Oh shit.
It's all good. We are recording. But we are recording on. Well, we ain't recording on that yet. Alright.
I'll start.
Alright. Shit in the building. In the building. Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Hot. What's good, people? Kai Storm in the building. Yes. And we got our shirts on, our Motherhood Sex Marijuana shirts on. Yes.
Motherhood Sex Marijuana in the building.
Yes, we in the building. Yes, what's good with you? Shit. We got a good show coming for you today, honey. Today
right.
is the day for us to have a good show. Yes, we are. Well, today is the day that we bring on Miss Headusa. Yes.
I have been looking forward to this.
Girl.
Shout out Headusa.
Yeah, shout out
Headusa.
Headusa was good. I'm telling you, she's going to bring on a good show. We're going to talk about everything that she does. Her book. She's written a book, and we are. Hey, baby. That's my king right there. He's the first one to join. How you doing?
Shout out to the Queen's King.
Yeah, shout out, baby. But yes, today we are interviewing. Today we are interviewing Headusa, and so we going. Wait, maybe we should. Lord, but did she respond when you text her?
She didn't, but I think we should just hit her up. I'm sure she's available or waiting for this.
Exactly. But I told her we was going on live on IG, and she got to join in and stuff. Like, what's up? What's going on? Anyway, we'll just wait for her for right now. We'll wait for her for right now. Okay. You know what I'm saying? We'll wait for her.
I could shoot her a message real quick.
Oh yeah, let's shoot her a message, because either way. But as we wait, let's just have a conversation. We have a lot of great things coming up for the next couple of shows. King's Day is next Sunday. Yes, we are going to definitely do a great episode for Father's Day, aka King's Day. And man, it's going to be a good thing. And we also have some other great things coming up that, so we don't necessarily want to chit-chat about too much, but we damn sure
if you subscribe,
want you to be in the building for it, be excited, make sure, and be in the building for it. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, people, how you like the show so far? We absolutely want to hear your opinions on the fucking show, because first of all, we're working extremely hard to make sure you have great content all the time. Much less. The fact is that this is a great concept altogether. Like, if you really think about it, motherhood, sex, and marijuana, most of us that are smokers live that life. You know what I mean? If we have kids, we are struggling to deal with 9-to-5s. We have dreams. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things pulling us on a daily basis. So the few moments that you have to sit and relax and just enjoy what's going on, it's like, that is where your creativity lies. That's where all your creative juices get to flow. And in our creative juices, we created this. And of course, we want everyone to not only enjoy it, but we want also to everyone to tell us, what you would like to see on the show. Because after all, it's all about you,
It's all about you all. At the end of the day.
It's all about you.
So we're so grateful. Shout out to our subscribers.
Oh my God.
Shout out to
43 subscribers, y'all.
Oh my goodness.
43.
every soul, I mean that
43.
everybody is very important. So thank you. Also, shout out to the protesters. Shout out to those that are going out on the front lines, fighting for the cause. Shout out to the families of the victims of this brutality and this cycle that hopefully will come to an end. I'm hoping to see that in my lifetime or in my kids. But at the end of the day, we just can't give up. I know. I'm just going to keep it optimistic. I'm going to keep that just optimistic feeling. I am, on a brighter note, I'm very pleased to see what these communities have done. We live in Seattle, and so our community has definitely been showing up. And I can't say enough. You can follow the media for yourself. But shout out to everybody who has experienced some pain in some way. Just know that self-love heals a lot of shit. And so we want to share that as well. We want to share positivity, uplifting. We want to laugh and have a good time. And so today's guest is the master oralist. She calls herself Headusa. And I can't wait for her to get on. She asked for a couple of minutes to get ready.
Oh, okay, cool.
Totally just wait until the queen is ready.
We can chill. And,
absolutely.
And honestly, all right, I don't want to make it seem like...
Oh, there she is.
Oh, is that her?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Well, how do we add her? All right. See, here go the fuck shit.
There was a little bit of a discrepancy on the timing, and so that's neither here nor there. She's willing to work with us, and we appreciate that, Queen. So
yeah, I mean, because we're on the...
I'm here, guys.
Oh, hey, honey. Yo, we supposed to be...
I'm here, guys. What's up?
Oh, hey, honey. Yo, we supposed to be recording on your phone. But I had to remind her to record in order to catch you. But hey, honey, yes, we gotta apologize because again, we're on the West Coast, and you know what I'm saying. It's 10:25 in the morning, and for a stoner, I'ma just keep it real.
That's the first thing that came to my mind was like, oh, it was probably during the time when I got you.
I'm just saying, honey, it's early in the morning out here. You feel me? While it's like bright ass afternoon on the West Coast, we just waking up, honey. But we are so happy to have you on the show, and we've been excited. We've been looking forward to this shit.
Me too.
I'm excited.
Me too. Thank you so much. Peace and bliss. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
As well, and to your family.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
All right, so who want to start with the first questions?
Headusa.
Yes. Can you guys hear me clearly, by the way?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can. Yes, we can.
Fine. Can you hear us?
I can hear you perfectly, yes.
Good. Perfect. And so, I pride myself in dick sucking, okay?
Thank
but
you.
I'm like, okay.
Thank you for saying it like that. Not blowjobs,
Hey,
not
I
dick
mean-
sucking. Dick sucking.
I really pride myself, and so watching you get down, I mean, it just speaks for itself.
Mm-hmm.
Your video intrigued me, and I want to start talking about some of these great questions that excuse me, let me pull this up. But we have some questions prepared with your help that we truly appreciate,
No problem.
that we'd like to get to right away. We want to know what your inspiration is for making a dick sucking into this art form in your journey. Can you talk about that?
Yes, well, first and foremost, thank you guys both for having me on your platform. Peace and bliss. I really, really appreciate it. So pretty much the inspiration for me creating the archetype of Headusa was a brainchild of my partner and I. So the person that you see whose dick I'm sucking, it's him. But pretty much like when we first started engaging in this or engaging sexually, it was about like 8 or 10 years ago. And just like our first interaction, it was just really like divine because I didn't suck dick before him. Like my previous partners had asked me to do it, so I was like, okay, cool. You know, I received it, but I didn't do it to them. And lo and behold, this was my current partner's favorite form of any sexual anything. So, when I first started it, I wasn't a 5-star. I wasn't a 10-star head giver. But as I progressed, and did it often, like I didn't only do it, I analyzed it. We critiqued other master oralists. So, it honestly turned into like a huge study for me. Like, how people go to college and they're like studying this, it really turned into that. And then
you put her 10,000 hours in.
Right. Yep. The yogi 10,000. Exactly. So, it just turned into like this whole, just like new world, and like he was the inspiration behind that, because in and of himself, like he is like, I don't know anyone else who's as deep in this this part of sex as he is. Like, he follows all the pages, all the people, just so he put me on, we really parlayed with one another. We really, not only did it, but we also like started like a just a tracker, like a way to get better. Like, okay, you did this time. Like, we analyzed ourselves, so like, I don't know how deep people really get with it, but I just saw like a need for there to not only be like just like a standard or like some type of, guide to help people, instruct people, but also just a way to make it a science. I really wanted to do that. I love making things into systems and sciences, and then making them into educational tools for other people.
Because you have an engineer type brain.
Yes, I do. And the thing is like, I used to go, when I was a kid, I used to go to like engineering camps, and I hated it. But like, I have like a systemized, like, I don't know what it is, but I can like look at something, whatever it is, and turn it into a system, turn it into a science, and just like help people go from point A to point B. I'm really good at doing that.
So you're like Jesus.
I guess if you want to put it like that.
Somebody put it in there.
Hey, don't get it, motherfuckers. She gave me, I'm looking for an example of what she said, and that's what I think. She's a Jesus. And so thank you for your service, really.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We agree. Dick sucking is an art form.
Yeah.
If you're not going to do it right, don't do it at all.
Child, same thing with oral on a woman.
Next question. Next question, please, Headusa, is do you do cunnilingus?
Do I do cunnilingus?
Like,
do you give cunnilingus?
Do I give? Remind me of what
suck a pussy.
I don't know why that. Like,
right, because I wanted to know that. I really wanted to know that. I wanted to know that, especially.
How am I gonna use cunnilingus before I right after saying sucking dick? My bad, that's dumb.
No,
what? Do you suck pussy?
No.
But do you suck anything else besides dick and fruit? Is what I wanted to definitely know about.
Strictly dickly. Strictly dickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Just get. I'm just saying you could expand your audience, but I'm gonna mind my business.
I could write a book about that. But hey, ideas. Okay.
I like how your brain works.
I'm
for
just
real.
saying.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Another thing we're really into, especially on this platform, is empowering other women. And so how do you empower women, particularly with the book that you have written?
Got you. So with the book, I actually divided it into 3 different categories: mind, body, and spirit. And I organized it like that in a way because when we think about dick sucking or really anything sexual, it all starts with the mind. Honestly, it starts with the spirit, but let's just say it starts with the mind. And, a lot of us like get into our mind anxiety, fear, just self-doubt, imposter syndrome, all that stuff. And it's like,
I hate that.
That literally inhibits and stops it physically manifesting. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think that with me, I just wanted to just make it like a commonality type of thing where it's like, you don't have to be all in your mind, because even though if you're not this person's only person, or you guys aren't even officially together, you're the person right there, right then and there, sucking the person's dick. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about you. You are the star of the show. You feel me?
Giving that exchange.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So really just starting with the mind, conquering the mind, transmuting the negative thoughts that you have, that literally helps fuel, that's the catalyst for it actually physically manifesting. So then, I feel like a lot of people just focus on the physical, like move your neck like this, bob up and down, go like, but it's like, yeah, that's cool, but it's like if you have the mental power behind that to actually support it, then you'll actually become a vessel that the art form flows through, and then that plus that equals self-empowerment. So not only are you, pleasing the other person, but you're also empowering yourself, and that can leak into other aspects of your life.
I love it.
Actually, and
Listen up, ladies and men
mhm.
who love to suck dick, really.
Basically,
Yes,
yeah,
gems.
there are some men that love to suck dick too. Yes,
Hey.
you're right.
Any person that takes on the female archetype, yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, what I got from your, because I read your book, and I saw the video you sent us, and one thing I got is that it's definitely an education for someone who is not knowledge on the subject. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely an eye opener for somebody who's never done it and has done or has been doing it wrong.
Right.
But I also got to say that for somebody that's experienced and has understood the art of sucking dick, they're looking at it like, oh, okay. So I've been doing it right all this time. Thank you.
Confirmation.
I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Right, because it's like you see the different videos. You see NSFW Twitter. It's pretty much Pornhub. You know what I'm saying? Mini Pornhub. And it's just like...
We know the platform.
It's just like when I started, like... Because honestly, I wasn't even going to release this out to the public. Like, my partner actually inspired me to do it. And we've been like building
Big up to your partner.
Big up to your man,
Because, brother.
I also listened to the podcast you sent us, and when I heard you speak on it, I was just like, wow, his confidence level, his jealousy level is zero. His confidence level is 150.
What's there to be told? He's just sucking his dick, which is my next question. Are you open to sucking other dicks?
I am not. I don't do meetups. Like, I actually,
Okay.
I am a webcam artist or creative. I don't really call myself a model because I wear a mask on cam, and like, I'm a high earning webcam model. Like, a lot of guys some guys are like, oh, why do you wear the mask? Like, I'm like, I'm not taking it off. Do you ask Batman to take his mask off? Do you ask Batman to take his mask off? You know what I'm saying? So, like, I wear the mask on cam.
Beautiful eyes, by the way.
You said what?
You have beautiful
Oh,
eyes.
thank you. I appreciate it. I really, really do. Thank you. That means a lot. So, the eyes are the windows of the soul. You feel me?
I know.
So, I use that outlet not only to make money, but to make other people's fantasies come true, because a lot of people on cam, they literally come off of my voice alone. They're like, this voice is so sexy. That, and then there are sessions where I only suck my dildo, and they're like, what the fuck? Like, who are you? Like, what are you? Like, what? You know what I'm saying? There's been two. I want to bring up two stories, and I think I brought them up in the last podcast with Lady Daddy. Shout out to Lady Daddy in Charlotte.
Shout out to her, because I definitely shout out to the Lady Daddy and the West Spot.
Passion Poet.
Yes. Passion Poet is a good friend of mine, so yes, definitely shout out to them. And literally, I was just like, because when I listened to it, those are the things that kind of spoke out in my head. The fact that your man is really, behind you. He's the one that, did the research and everything. And then the fact that you was talking about people showing up at your door or something like that. And I was just like, girl, you telling me you had crazy show up at your door?
Stop fucking showing up at motherfuckers'
Bitch, don't be showing up at no motherfucker's door. You might get shot.
You know what a fantasy is?
You might get shot.
That's what I was saying.
When is that ever okay, yo? Leave her the fuck alone, okay? You hearing me? Because I know you
Oh,
watch
funny,
every
okay.
motherfucking thing that this woman is on. Leave motherfuckers alone.
Right, you
You
know.
know what it is. It's a fantasy.
It's a fantasy, right? So
Yeah.
I use camming as an outlet for that, and you know, it fulfills people's needs because it's like they're not getting it in real life. You know, yes, there are dick suckers like you guys. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't even do it. Like a lot of men don't even require that their women do it because they don't. They're like, like you know what I'm saying? It's like a foreign language to them. But it's like,
or it's some sort of treat that you get on
right,
Father's Day or like
your birthday or something. But it's like,
Or it's thought of as nasty because
right.
I mean, I have my oldest daughter her father is Jamaican, so I know. I mean, Jamaican culture has changed it within the years now, but the natural foundation of Jamaican culture is oral sex is not.
I understand.
Is not accepted, or it's not.
Yep.
You feel me? If you spend any time with a Jamaican, they will let you know quickly how they feel about those things. You feel me? So.
And the thing is like they have the biggest pieces, honestly. Jamaicans be having things.
Don't let all that good go to waste.
Don't let me start the gossiping, don't let me start the
sexualizing. I'm a sexualizer. I'm sorry.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like a lot. Sometimes, not even sometimes. I mean, to this day, you know, there are some people that really consider oral sex in any way, shape, or form just
as a sin, as dirty, as taboo,
like dirty, as in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, with me, and I don't know if I really relate this. It depends on who I'm talking to, but like with me, I really just engage with this art form as a portal, as a vessel for it to flow through. So it's really spiritual for me. So not only am I doing it mentally, physically, but I'm also engaging with it in the spiritual aspect of it. So with me, it's pretty much as a divine feminine, I'm exalting the divine masculine. I alchemize that, and then I'm able to manifest. I'm able to materialize through that form of sex magic. I've literally birthed and materialized so many things from like really engaging in that. You know, it's kind of like the pyramid aspect. Like the bottom of the pyramid is feminine. You know what I'm saying? It's the support. It's the ground. But then the part that actually you know goes up is the masculine aspect of it. But you need both in order to rise to the next level. You know, so. I engage with it like that. You know, some people are like, what? Like, is this chick hocus pocus abracadabra? Like, what is she talking about? But I really engage it. If I want to go, if we want to talk about like that, like I was talking with Passion Poet in that realm, then I can talk about that all day. But, you know, I really just go from mental, physical, and spiritual, and I can cover all of them. So.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you because you took something that, because I truly believe you can make money off of anything. And real geniuses can make money off of anything.
Wearing a whole mask.
Yeah. For you to monetize your craft is amazing.
Thank you.
Big up.
I appreciate it.
And I would encourage all of our listeners, if you guys are just tuning in, we have Headusa, the beautiful and powerful master oralist Headusa, on the line. And she is sharing with us how she empowers herself and other women or anyone else through her craft. And I think it's just a remarkable thing. It's something that needs to be celebrated. When you can take your passion and make money and feed your family off of it, come the fuck on. Which, my next question, are you a mother?
I am not a mother. Not yet. Not yet.
I'm glad you're the first guest that we've had. And that perspective is great too.
Have any kids?
Because you also have a mother, and you are affected by motherhood. And I'm curious to know, are you interested in having kids?
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah. My kids, like, I have, I'm really, really tapped into, like, my spirituality, the spiritual realm, ancestors, guides, all that stuff. So, like, the energy of my kids are around, like, all the time. I go to different, like, when I go to sleep, I go to different dimensions and the astral, the spiritual realm, and they just be like, hey, what's up, Mom? Like, what's that? You know, so.
Oh, I love
that.
Thank you for saying that.
But they haven't physically
That is good.
And that's beautiful. And so, speaking, okay, so now let's talk into the future. present our current business to our children? I mean, because let's just keep it real. Kids that we have nowadays they come intelligent. So, you know what I mean? They come to the point where they don't know how to read, but they know how to charge somebody's credit card at Amazon every month. I'm not even gonna talk about how somebody in my house was charging Amazon a month, don't know how to read, but you know what I'm saying? So
got your tablet, know how to work it
again,
you.
child, and I had to call Amazon and cuss them. Anyway, my point is that how would you present what you're currently doing, or like, do you see it? Because obviously this is a business you've been. Ooh, my hand is funny. This is a business you've been having for a while. So how did it, if it continues into the future, and how do you present it to your children as far as what you do?
I mean, honestly, just be straight up with it. And the thing is, it's like, not only do I actually do it, but I created an educational tool, an instructional guide for it. It's like, with me, I'd rather help my children be the best in every area that I can help them in, instead of like hiding from it and being like, I know you're doing this, but we're not going to talk about it. Like, I feel like older generation, like, kind of a lot of problems stemmed from just everything being hush-hush. We don't talk about that here. We don't talk about it at a mixed company. That's like, why not? Like, I'm a sad.
Why not?
So, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a trailblazer. I don't give a crap.
Yeah.
But, like,
you have a duality.
Yeah.
And sad, just it's clear cut.
Yeah.
I love you sad.
Because my oldest daughter's a sad.
Yeah.
Trust.
Go to zero.
That
Go
ass
from
right to
0
the
to
throat.
100 real quick. You'd be like, what happened?
And will hit you in the throat and look
What?
at you.
It'd be like,
Yeah.
What's
Pretty much.
good?
be like, what happened? I'd be like, I don't even know what happened.
Smartest motherfuckers I've ever met.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Pal.
So, I believe that when children come into the physical, that's like the purest form of them before we start conditioning them and being like, this is what society tells you you need to be and all that stuff. So, like for example, I'll talk to, like my baby, family members just like they adults. Because, like, just because they can't, like, speak English yet, they know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And it makes them stronger, I feel like, to really just ingrain certain things, not sexually, obviously, but ingrain just fundamental things in their psyche, so that when they do engage or learn about, just being alive, just being physically in this incarnation, that, they're coming from it from a balance point and from a strong foundation. Now, when it comes to sexually, obviously there's a time and place. There's, just a vibe, energetic type of aspect to it. Like, because somebody can be 12 or 13 and be fully ready, versus somebody being 17 and 18 and they not ready. So you really just have to engage with it based on the person's energy, the person's understanding, the person's maturity. Can they handle the subject matter? Can they handle it? So
I love it.
it's really
Absolutely.
tailor-made.
101.
Yeah, it's tailor-made to the individual.
Yeah, because I feel like that too. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, when it comes to my kids, I want them to know the real all the time. I don't want them to go out in the street and somebody tell them the real and they go, I ain't never heard of that. No,
Right.
I want them to be like,
I know, and this and this and this and this.
like,
My mama put me on my game
did
already.
you find out? Like, ew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I like that.
you know what I mean? So it's a good foundation to definitely have. Now, my next question is like, okay, it'll go back a little bit, because you're dude. So in the podcast you did with Lady D, you said that he did research. So I'm trying to figure out like what kind of, like, when I heard that whole research thing, I was like, what kind of research?
Videos I would have had.
I'm trying to figure it out. Like what did he really do? Like, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, he pretty much, like, all of the models and creativity, like, it's crazy because he's gonna get me, because he literally gave me like a whole list of people, and I don't have the list with me. But I can send it to you guys. But like pretty much like all the pages, like DSLAF, Miss Natural, Dominican Lips, Miss Head Action, Miss Tongue Action. There's like a whole bunch of people that he sent me, and he's gonna get me. He's gonna be like, Headusa, I didn't send you that for no reason, but yeah, he pretty much just like studied them and literally like, you know how we watch like our favorite TV shows? He pretty much just every time they release content, he just like, you know, watched it, stockpiled it, and really just created like different. He not created, but he, I guess, piecemealed the different moves that they use. He, you know, showed those to me, and then I turned them into my own type of thing. You know, some movements are from other people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not claiming that I invented the moves. It's just like I pretty much like compartmentalized it, systemized it, and created it into like a science type of thing. But
it's comprehensible for people to digest.
Right. So.
And that is what's up.
So he, like I said, we would exchange videos back and forth. We would sit there and watch them together. And, you know, instead of like, I know the typical female would have been like, ugh, like, what are you doing? Go get her to suck your dick then. You know what I'm saying? But with me, it's just something like, you know, I just wanted to learn more and more. It's kind of like with this art form, I can't really get burnt out on it because it's kind of like the Russian doll effect, where it's like there's another doll, another doll, another doll. There's just every time you think you've reached, you know, the end point, there's just a new beginning. So I've always just experienced that with this, and it's just been really intriguing. It's been so intriguing doing this. So
for sure, nice. What are your for the listeners? Like, how do they reach you? How do they contribute to your business?
Got you. So I have a website. It's called Headusa Headusa.com. It's a one-stop shop for everything. So my social media is on there. My book is on there. The video tutorials for the book are on there. My cam models website. You can favorite me, and then you'll get notified when I'm online. Also, I'm on Pornhub. I'm on Clips for Sale. I think that's it. You can Cash App me, Tribute. My Amazon wish list is on there. So, and I do Skype shows as well with people. So, yeah. And I not only like the entertainer aspect, but I also do like coaching, consultation as well.
Right. So, I like, okay, so if someone, like, let's say a female wanted to hire you just to, you know, give her one-on-one lessons, you would provide something like that?
Definitely. I love being like a well of knowledge, a well of information, and tailor making, you know, the experience to whatever they need. You know what I'm saying? Because some people need more help with the mental aspect. Some people need more help with the physical aspect. I'm well versed in all of them, so I can, you know, just tailor it to that type of person, and it's a unique individual experience at each and every time.
Tailor-made, mind, body, and soul.
Right.
Yes.
Check her out, y'all. Check her out. She's the real deal. I was watching those videos. I wasn't just watching the clip you gave us. I was watching your Pornhub videos, and I'm like, okay, she's the real deal. So, do you smoke weed, or do you ingest cannabis in any way?
I do. I used to all the time. I haven't so much recently, but like I do, and I love it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
What's your preferred?
I prefer sativa over like indica. I don't know about the different strains and stuff, but like I like the
heady person.
Yeah, I'm a heady person. I don't like it to just like, I don't like smoking it and then I'm all tired. I'm hungry as hell. I'm over here eating food. Like, I don't even know
Walks on the couch.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not that type of person.
Watching reruns of Friends.
Yeah.
True story.
Yeah, because I feel like mentally I am always just like, I feel like especially doing this type of work, this sexual work, like I'm always on a high anyways. So like I like something that can enhance that feeling where I'm just like soaring, you know. So
right.
But yeah, I've been to Seattle. You guys are in Seattle, right?
in New York. I used to live in New York, so I mean, my king still lives in New York now, so it's like, and sometimes when I talk to him, the complaints that, about prices and just the struggle of getting weed, it's like, nah, I don't want to ever go back to that fuck shit here.
Man,
like, you crazy, man. I like going to the store with the happy people. Yeah. The happy people always happy to see
you. Feel me? You feel me?
Shout out happy people.
Because, like, I used to live in, I used to stay in Fort Lee, New Jersey for a little bit. When I was in college, I did an internship out there, and it's like, you have to have a freaking income even when you're homeless to live out there. Like, it's so expensive. It's so expensive, and it's like, it's ridiculous. Yeah. It's just, it was cool, for a little bit, but like, anytime I wanted to go to Manhattan from Fort Lee, I had to cross the GW or the George Washington Bridge, and it was like $13. It was $13 back then. It's probably like $20-something now. Because I was back, but it's like I had to, spend that, and then I had to go if I wanted to go to Queens or Brooklyn. That's another I'm spending like $30 before I even.
What? I'm about to say you drive, and I'm about to say, hold on, you driving? That makes sense. It ain't like you was on public transportation. You was on nobody's in New Jersey Transit. So yes, I mean, again, I love New York for the food. I love the East Coast period for the food and the culture. That's one thing that I gotta say that I miss, living out here. Culture and food is not as varied as it was on the East Coast.
For sure.
But expensive. I mean, it's expensive, but it depends on the expenses. Cause like for instance, my rent is expensive, but then again, I got a lot of fucking things that come with my rent. My, you know what I'm saying? I got 2 bathrooms, washing machine, dryer. You know what I'm saying? I'm close to shit. You know what I mean? So therefore, and yes, there's a weed store around the corner. So yes,
couple of them
actually, but I got a favorite, and I gladly paid my rent and say yes, I'm gonna stay my ass on the West Coast. Yes, I am.
I understand.
But one thing I want to
out here, holla at us, Headusa.
Oh,
yes,
sure.
please come through, smoke with us.
Sure.
But no, one thing I want to say. All right, so other than motherfuckers trying to show up at your door, have you had motherfuckers ask you to do some extra weird shit on video that you just looking at them like, get the entire fuck, I'm about to block your bitch ass. You're about to be restricted, ho. Get out of here.
I mean, like,
what's up?
I guess with this type of work, it's like it's technically like the kink, you know what I'm saying? The kink industry, and I kind of dabble in like findom and like female domination as well, to a certain extent. But like pretty much like the only thing is like, can you shit on cam or shit on the camera? I don't do scat. You know what I'm saying? It's called scat, but it's like that shit is really.
Is that what that is? Is that what that is?
That's what it is.
I'm sorry.
No,
I've never heard of this. Yeah. What? What is this?
There's a need for if you can think it, you can conjure it up. Chances are some other motherfuckers out there is into it. And you know what? I love that she said that, because I know your face says a lot right now. I love you, sis, but we can't really shit on people for wanting to shit on people.
That's what I'm saying. It's just not for me. It's not for me.
It's just not for you. That's when you lay out your preferences, you know what I mean? I'm very, with my partners, I'm very clear on what I will and will not do.
True indeed.
My do not is a lot shorter than my will do. But it does involve that too.
Right.
Hey, some people are into it.
I ain't never even heard of this shit. That's why I'm like, what in the fuck is you talking about?
There are fetishes for everything.
Blood, like,
yeah.
Yes, I know. I'm gonna stop because
No, please continue. Learn me today.
Like,
learn me today. I'm gonna shut up.
Just go to FetLife and look at all the motherfucking categories.
Go to FetLife.
Yeah.
That's a one-stop shop.
True.
That's the clinic.
That's true.
Real shit. I met some cool ass motherfuckers off of FetLife.
That's true. FetLife is the freak of the freak. You are absolutely right. I never. I mean, I've been on FetLife. I ain't deviled too deep into it, but yes.
Oh, do it.
Apparently,
there's even a fetish for big dick. which we all know that we are fans of.
Right. Okay.
Why not?
All right.
But yes,
Yeah.
Oh, do it.
apparently.
There's even a fetish for big dick, which we all know that we are fans of.
Right. Okay.
Why not?
All right. All right.
Fetish for everything. There's even one that I don't know what it's called, but it's when you're eating during sex.
Really?
Or you're just eating. Eating? And I want to know more of that because I can eat.
Right.
No, I'm not going to eat
Right.
this.
Right.
I'm going to do.
Somebody gonna get mad if I pull out a sandwich.
Emailing?
No, somebody will get highly offended if I pull out a sandwich.
Right.
No, you hungry?
Right.
Okay, so I'ma stop.
Right.
No, bitch, I'ma stop because you hungry.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, gee. Okay. But welcome, girl.
Yeah.
Yes, I
That's
just
good shit.
yes, it definitely is.
Skywalker
OG.
That's what we smoking.
That's what we smoking on.
Anybody out there, if you grow this shit, holla. We
Oh
looking
my
for sponsors.
We damn sure
Headusa
are.
likes weed too, so holla at her,
Yeah.
send her some.
But girl, that's just one of the main things I wanted to touch on with you, because I just like, from listening to the podcast that you did with Lady D, I was just like, yo. First of all, this lady's intelligent as fuck.
Oh,
Second of all, her dude, and a big ups to him for just being in the back like this, baby. We gonna make money.
yeah,
on
he's
this.
a
This is
Scorpio.
rock.
He's
The
like,
fuck out of
he's
it.
a double Scorpio. He's a Scorpio sun, Scorpio rising, Taurus moon. So like, he's a freak. He's a freak all in of itself. So y'all know about Scorpios. I don't know if y'all know about Scorpios, but they be digging in a deep, dark areas that nobody. Oh, you like that? What? Okay, and they be all up in it, just you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine.
Teaching motherfucking stuff. Yeah.
I couldn't imagine, honey.
Shout out to everybody that's joining in us live, all the subscribers. We got Headusa. Shout out. I'm so proud of you, really.
Oh, thank
I
you.
Big up.
Yeah.
Yes.
How long have you been doing this though?
So I've been like engaging in the activity for 8 years. But like actually like doing Headusa, like materializing Headusa. Let me see. I think I started like, honestly, it's not been that long. Like I actually rolled out the footage. I think it was in January of this year. In January, I started my Twitter, and I started then my partner was like, well, you should write a book, and I was like, I don't know. So I wrote the book, and then now I'm writing another book for teaching people about webcamming, because there's a lot of money in webcamming, and like with the whole pandemic thing,
Yeah.
like the whole
Pandemic. Oh,
We know it.
oh no, we gonna say it again.
We don't know, but we know.
Right,
Damn it.
the whole.
Because all of a sudden it's protected in the motherfucking riot.
That's what
It found itself a nice little cup to sit and sip and watch the riots go. Yeah. All of a sudden we might no, we not trying to kill people.
But I'm glad you were not financially hurt by it.
Because your business was all virtual.
Right. The only way I was affected was I couldn't go to the gym. It's like the only thing that changed in my life. But like with the whole social distancing thing and how, the world's about to change or whatever, like I want to teach women that, were like strippers, they had to physically go out and, escort, all that crap. This is a way to make money and not touch people. You literally don't have to touch them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I make really good money doing this. So I really wanted to break it down and teach people about it, coming from someone who like doesn't really like engage with it as like I'm a model. I got my makeup done. I got this lingerie. Like with me, like I said, I'm approaching this like I do dick sucking. It's more of like a vessel that the art form flows through. So like, I'm just teaching that and systemizing that from my experience, and then I'm gonna share that with the world as well. So, yeah.
And do you also have penetrative sex?
Do I have like as far as like videos and stuff?
Yes.
I have not released that yet. I'm not sure if I want to do that because like I feel like there's a need for like the head. Oh no, not.
weed. It's all right. Either way. We pick right that the fuck up. We pick right the fuck up. We pick right the fuck up.
Hey, I understand. But yeah, I just think I really want to like niche into that, into just the head aspect of it. I'm not sure if I want to dabble into the penetration, because it's like it seems like everybody doing the penetration. Anybody can sit there and like lay open and lay back or arch their back and whatever. But as far as like the head aspect, yes, I mean people are doing it and there are people that are doing it well. It's just I want to teach about the different moves that I've created, the different moves, the different like ways to combine the moves. Like I have cheat sheets or instruction guides coming out as well soon. They'll be coming out I think early July. So I literally break down the techniques that I talk about in the book. I break those down into like different moves, and then that's another way of analysis. That's another way to learn about the information. Like how to move your neck, how wet it should be. Should you use your hand? How deep is it gonna go? Eye contact. Like there's just a bunch of different factors when you look at this art form that people don't really put words to. They don't put a picture to. But with me, I want to like illustrate it and help you.
And I feel like it should definitely be it's treated like a fantasy. Like you should give the person that giving that attention to, give them like a fantasy. You know what I'm saying? Make them feel like it's a whole movement, and it's like So by the time you start, it's like, oh, okay, yeah. You know what I mean? And they already into it. You know what I mean? So and it's always special. You know what I mean? You can't do it the same fucking way. You can't. You know what I mean? You gotta do some shit like show up at the door. You know what I mean? Wake the motherfucker up.
Right.
Also,
they like waking up with it. I tell you that right now. They like that.
Don't, you're a liar.
I tell you right now. They like when they all of a sudden they sleep and you wake them up. They say, I wasn't sleeping again. I wasn't sleeping.
It's Christmas morning.
Yeah.
I wasn't sleeping.
Right. That middle of the night, wake up in the morning, head, fresh
Good morning.
And that goes both ways, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
With the lie there. I ain't never lied.
I'm telling you, the girls like the kisses.
You
the
feel
girls
me?
Like the
Make it glisten, baby.
I
I have a question. So, if we were making a shirt and we had to describe Headusa in 3 words, what are those words?
I would say divine. Divine is definitely one. 3 words. Freak. I would say committed as well. And not committed in the sense of like wifed up or whatever, but just committed to the action. Like I'm going to see it through. So divine.
Dedicated.
What did I say? Divine. Divine. I want to say
divine,
freak/nasty and committed. Yeah, I would say that.
I love that. And I'd also like to add to maybe the hashtag is spit is love, because girl, your spit game is it's incredible.
I be going through like 4. He put like, well, the thing is I fast a lot, so when I'm like engaging in that, first of all, like if you are eating a whole 3-course meal before it and you wonder why you put it in the back of your throat and you're throwing up, that's why. But with me, I fast a lot. So like if I'm about to do it with him, I don't really if I do eat, then it's like something that's light. I'm technically vegan. I don't even really like using that word, but I'm plant-based, whole food plant-based, so I don't eat any like processed foods or anything. So if I'm doing that with him, I might do like a juice fast, or I might just like eat some fruit or something. And then that really helps with like the spit production. Not only am I naturally high in that level, but that helps with it. Just drinking a lot of water. So I be going through like 3, 4, 5 towels.
That's
yeah.
That is the ideal
But
situation.
some people don't like spit. Some people don't like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like literally it's tailor made to whatever you and your person like. Some people love spit. So it's just
communication. And I was gonna say that, yeah, I got sidetracked, but yeah, you definitely want to, because I've been with partners that don't like their balls fondled.
Right.
And some do.
Right.
Some require it to get off, and some don't like you anywhere near the butthole, and others want you to be licking all of that. So for you, or do you consider the balls area, all of that, to the butt crack, all of it, or do you just focus on, or would you just say dick sucking is just the dick and balls?
I mean, honestly, it's up to.
That's a weird question.
To you. No, it's not really a weird question.
Right.
I just want to make sure I answer it correctly. It's really up to you. With me, I don't do anything anal. And my guy doesn't do anything anal either. You know, like I'll play with the balls and lick the balls and the dick, but I don't do anything in the back, and I don't go through the back door at all. But some people like that. With the book, I just really wanted to focus on like actually dick sucking, because it's like I feel like a lot of things get lumped into that category, like face fucking, throat fucking, hand jobs, anal play, all that stuff. People like they killing it, and it's like, but they not really sucking dick. You know what I'm saying? They just doing everything but. You know? But that's not to say that those other things aren't important for the person, that you're engaging with. They can be just as important. I just wanted to highlight the actual art of sucking dick, as just like this should be the main focus. If you're going to do
it definitely should be. It definitely should be. But at the same time, you got to say to yourself, okay, well, this is where conversation comes in. This is where, you figure out what your partner likes, what you have grown conversations with your partner. Because if your partner wants you to do a little this, that, and the other, that's
cool.
Find out.
Right.
That's
we gotta
exactly
just talk to each other, man. And then it's like, if they say something, usually if they want you to suck their dick, they're not gonna try to hurt your feelings. But but if you take it like that, really just, I would say being explicit and being able to just communicate with them. We just gotta communicate with people. And I feel like we've grown up in a culture, or we've been conditioned to just like, don't talk about this, don't do this, don't do that. But it's like, why not? Like, it's just why not? Because I'd rather be super transparent, let you know what's really good, what's really up. So
what's really
instead of assuming that you know this and you know that, and I don't like this and I don't like that, and it's like we end up in an argument. It's like, then we don't even suck dick. We don't even get, like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even suck dick. It's just like, we get in an argument and then that's it. It's like the whole reason we were even engaging in that topic was to suck dick.
In order to
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So really just being able to communicate.
It's also a form of worship.
You said what?
Definitely. I said it's also a form of worship.
Yeah.
Like real shit. Like, I used to suck at it really bad, and I think that just like you, I think I didn't know that I was doing it, but I was doing what you described in your book.
Right.
I was getting my headspace right. I was, trying different techniques. Oh, like, hey, do you like this? Do you like that? And kind of even videotaping myself.
Right.
And just videos that I go back on, and I'm like, okay, well, that was painful, or
right.
I don't know.
Girl, you about to start your OnlyFans, girl? You about to start your OnlyFans, girl?
You think that? You know what? I started an account for Motherhood Sex Marijuana because, like, see, she's a lot smarter than I am because she's monetizing it already. But I was thinking about offering workshops with regards to both cunnilingus and fellatio. For our audience that just don't really, maybe could use some tips, maybe don't really have anybody they could talk to in their circle, that sort of thing. And OnlyFans would be that platform. So, hey, Queen, we just might. Who knows?
Girl. I'll be a co-host.
Give us some tips.
I'll be a co-host.
Okay.
You feel me?
Hey, I want to show you my dick sucking skills because they're fire.
Shoot. I believe you. I already believe it. See, the thing is like, I'll talk to people and they'll be like, you're just so confident. You're just, if you can really suck a man's dick really, really well, that's honestly one of the most, one of the most,
That's all you need. That's all
that's
you
like the
need.
key
I
to
mean,
the
at
boat.
the end of the day,
That's the key to the
at the
boat.
end of the day,
I'm never single.
at the end of the day, all you got, if the man is making the noises that you make, you doing a good job.
feel me?
Okay?
No. My friends, when they're laid up in a fetal position and they're like, boom, get away, bitch. Leave it a foot loud.
That's
I'm like,
your girl. Pass yourself
They
up.
looking at you like, damn,
High five
what the fuck is
yourself.
going on? Yeah, I'm not done. Come here. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like what?
don't run, bitch.
Don't run, bitch.
See, that's that
Maybe
dumb
we won't say bitch. We're going to say,
We're
don't
not
run,
gonna say
bitch.
bitch. We're not
Don't
gonna say
run.
bitch.
Don't run, love.
We're not
Don't
gonna
run.
say bitch. We don't
That's
really
what you
mean
really
it.
thinking.
But you know what I'm saying. But that's
Yes, because I really like to, I'm guilty of that, Queen. Queens, excuse me, I like to sexualize men, and one of the things that I get off on sucking a dick is like I have control over this motherfucker's emotions, all right here, right in this mouth.
yes.
What God
Yes.
gave me.
Yes.
So
You
when
know what
I'm
I'm saying?
like looking at you, like Meg said, she's like looking in the
Yes.
eyes and you leave them in red.
You
You know what I mean? So this is a power.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you start talking shit, and then they looking at you like, yes, whatever you say. What?
Come the
Let
fuck on.
me go in my pocket real quick. What you need, mama? I'm about to build whatever the fuck you need right now. I'm about to
We'll get
build it
back
from
to the
scratch.
list of what we need.
Whatever.
Y'all are
Whatever you need. You know what I'm saying? Just, wait a minute.
You know we are not lying.
Especially when they give you that wait a minute look like, wait a minute. Nah, we ain't waiting shit. Fuck we waiting for? Oh, yes, exactly. That is a lovely, lovely, lovely moment.
Yes.
It is. Romance.
Yes.
Lovely moment.
Yes.
Hey, I'll hold you out there too.
You feel
You
me?
want me to hold you? I'll hold you, baby.
Yeah, I'll be like, yes. How you feel?
Shit, you actually
You alright?
the blunt.
You alright?
You know.
Y'all funny.
You alright? I mean, because I know you alright now. I know you alright now.
I'm really enjoying this conversation for multiple reasons.
Yes.
And I think the most, the biggest thing is like, I think we're empowering each other.
Yeah.
Like I feel empowered by your conversation, your input, and your education. And so I think that anyone who's listening, if you, I think you're going to get the same thing. So thank you.
Yes, I do. I feel the energy, positive vibes, because it's like, instead of looking at this as like a competition type of thing, or, like, I'm better than you, I'm not. You can be your own master oralist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm literally just like providing a space, a platform for you to explore yourself. Like, it's kind of like leading a horse to water. Like, you're the horse, here's the water, which is the book, you know what I'm saying? The science, the system, and then you gotta drink it. You gotta do the work to do it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you have to do it like Headusa all the time or you're a failure, and I feel like you guys understand that, and you guys are coming from already an empowered place, because, like, people read the book and they'll be like, oh, I didn't know anything about this, but y'all, like, I already knew this stuff. I already knew it. It's just a pat on my back.
But please,
I mean, that's what I felt. That's what I felt. Like, honestly, I was just like, I read it and I was just like, yo, this is
me.
like, this is an education for a chick that definitely doesn't know how. And it's not like we haven't been at the place where we didn't know how. We all been at the place where we didn't know how. But honestly, I'm 47. I'm going to be 48 in a month. So that education. While reading your book, I was just like, yes, this is correct. This right here is correct.
Check.
So for anybody that don't know, go on and get you some learning, because yes, this right here is correct.
I mean, even if you are a person that even if you you are in your 30s or 40s or whatnot, you might not know these things. And I think it's a beautiful way to normalize. Like, hey, I would really like to please my man. Can I get somebody to help us this out? We have 20 seconds remaining. We just want to say we love you and we thank you for your time.
IG got this hour time shit, you know what I'm saying? So 17 seconds. But thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.
Oh my God, it was a great time. Thank you so much.
Such a pleasure.
Yes. I'll see you guys again soon.
And
we'll talk.
And we'll